Well, viewers, after the victory of Joseph Vijay in the Tamil Nadu elections, there's buzz that former BJP chief Annamalai may launch an independent alternative in Tamil Nadu politics. After he stepped down as the state BJP president last year, there have been speculations that he may have been given a national role, but it hasn't happened yet. He didn't contest the recently held elections as well. And after the BJP's dismal performance, sources say that Annamalai is looking at his options. Annamalai is in the national capital where he is expected to meet the senior BJP leadership, including the party president Nitin Nabin. Now, most of you would know that Annamalai, as the former IPS officer who served as the Tamil Nadu president of the BJP at one point, when he was appointed to the post, he was the youngest Tamil Nadu BJP president at the age of 37. He was credited for playing a crucial role in expanding the BJP's presence in Tamil Nadu, but he was replaced when the AIADMK rejoined the NDA. He was also known to be a popular leader among the youth, which is why the BJP and his political rivals are watching the situation very, very closely. In fact, top sources within the Annamalai camp have told Times Now that the BJP leader is starting to feel that there isn't much scope left for him within the party. Now remember, ever since he was removed from the post of the state BJP president, following the 2024 elections, he is yet to receive any significant responsibility in the party. Annamalai is reportedly upset over this because he was not very active in the 2026 poll campaign either. In fact, sources within the Annamalai camp also tell Times Now that the BJP leader could also contest the upcoming by-polls in Tamil Nadu should he choose to exit the BJP. When Annamalai was questioned by the media earlier today, he said that he will reveal details about the next move within 2 days.
அண்ணே உட்கார்ந்து ஒரு நிமிஷம் அண்ணே உட்கார்ந்து பொறுமையா 2 நாள் எல்லாம் பேசுவாங்க அண்ணே எல்லா தலைவர் ஒரு நிமிஷம் எல்லா கேள்விகளுக்கும் பதில் சொல்றேன் உட்கார்ந்து பேசுவாங்க 2 நாள்ல பேசுவோம் थैंक यू அண்ணா எல்லாத்துக்கும் பதில் சொல்றேன் நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா ஐயா நான் பேசுறேன் அண்ணா 2 நாள்ல பேசுறேன்னு சொல்றேன் थैंक यू அண்ணா நீங்க அண்ணா உங்களை ஹர்ட் பண்ணிக்காதீங்க நான் எல்லாத்துக்கும் பேசுறேன் 2 நாள்ல பேசுறேன் அண்ணா அன்புக்கு நன்றிங்க அண்ணா அன்புக்கு நன்றி அண்ணா நீங்க வலி உள்ளினா ஃளைட் விட்டுருவேன் அண்ணா யாரையும் தள்ளாதீங்க அண்ணா அண்ணா நீங்க வலி விட்டா ஃளைட் பிடிப்பேன் அண்ணா 2 நாள்ல நான் தான் பேசுறேன்ட்டலங்க थैंक यू.
Now, Annamalai has had differences with the BJP over the last few years, with the most significant fallout being his removal as the state BJP president when the party decided to ally with the AIADMK, a move that failed to yield the expected dividends in the 2026 assembly polls. Here's a look at some of the run-ins that the two sides have had in the recent past. Now, it started with September 2023 when Annamalai had criticized Jayalalitha, and that led to the split of the BJP with the AIADMK, something that the top leadership was not too happy about. And then remember, in April 2025, Annamalai stepped down as the state president. Then in March 2026, the BJP top leadership reached out to the AIADMK, something that Annamalai was very unhappy with. In fact, Annamalai has also hinted multiple times that he was unhappy with the kind of compromise that the BJP made to ally with the AIADMK. In the same month, Annamalai was also seen absent during the Prime Minister's visit to Coimbatore. Annamalai being from Coimbatore, it was largely expected when the Prime Minister comes, Annamalai will be there to welcome him. But in a clear indication that all was not well, Annamalai was not present there. In fact, in April, when the elections took place, Annamalai's name did not feature in the candidate list as well. So he did not contest the assembly polls. And Annamalai also criticized the 3-language directive recently. In fact, the BJP has seen its best performance in Tamil Nadu's electoral politics when Annamalai was in charge of the party, which is why the party may be wary of losing him. Could that be a deciding factor? Senior Executive Editor Madhav Das gets us more.
Here's why neither side can ignore the Annamalai factor. Just look at the vote shares of the BJP in the last 4 elections, and that should give you a perspective of the impact that Annamalai has had. And it's been quite a splash. We're talking about the Lok Sabha elections in 2019. Here, what the BJP got in Tamil Nadu was 3 6.58%. Now, this is the vote share that they get in 2019 Lok Sabha polls. Let's go on to the 2021 assembly polls. So in 2021 assembly polls as well, the vote share was comparable. In fact, it was slightly less. It was 2.62%. This is the vote share in 2021. Let's now look at the 2024 Lok Sabha poll, because this is when Annamalai was the state chief. In 2024, they did much better. In fact, the highest ever in terms of vote share, it was at 11.4%. So this, of course, is a significant number if you consider the current performance in the 2026 assembly polls. In the 2026 assembly polls, were they able to retain this 11%? No. They came down drastically to 2.97%. This is the number that we're talking about, and this clearly shows you this particular election is an outlier in terms of the total numbers of voting percentage. Clearly, Annamalai had managed to create a bit of a buzz there in Tamil Nadu, and his exit has clearly hurt the party.
Now, top sources within the BJP also tell Times Now that these could possibly be just pressure tactics from the former state BJP president. The BJP sources tell Times Now that Annamalai wants an active role within the party, and he is relatively upset with the current situation and the lack of responsibilities that he has been given. Sources in BJP tell us that they expect Annamalai to have a conversation over the same with the party's senior leadership. And on record, the BJP says that his politics is based on the vision of Prime Minister Modi, and hence they do not expect Annamalai to exit the party in the near future to form his own political venture.
Here's the real question. If Annamalai does decide to form his own party, then who's he going to impact? It is no secret that Annamalai is hugely popular among the younger voters, and that could certainly affect the state's political dynamics should he choose to leave the BJP. In the recently concluded polls, the TVK managed to get the lion's share of the youth votes. But could this change possibly in 2031? Have a look at these numbers. We're talking about age and the various voting patterns for the different alliances. Now, when it comes to below 25 years, DMK got just 17% of the vote, AIDMK at 9%, and TVK at 63%. We're talking about 26 to 35 years. Here, DMK gets a slightly better performance in terms of 28%. AIDMK also slightly better at 20%. TVK drops, but is still ahead of the other two at 42%. 36 to 45 years. Here, it's where things start to change. Here, the DMK has an advantage of 37%. Here, AIDMK goes up again by 31%, and TVK is not too far behind at 28%. So why is this important? Because this is why the moment and the important, kind of voting patterns that we've seen in this entire election, because this segment has clearly, the youth segment has clearly impacted on TVK's fortunes and hugely helped it in this election.
And well, the DMK has dismissed the Annamalai threat for now and even went on to mock him for his Delhi visit. The DMK asks, is Annamalai seeking the BJP's permission to even start his own political venture?
To start a new party, he is seeking permission from BJP head. Funny thing, he is already a BJP man. Now he wants to start a new party for which he is seeking the permission of this BJP. Anything will happen in BJP politics. That much I can say. Because I don't think Annamalai will quit BJP, because it's very difficult to run a party. He is not an actor like Vijay. Let us wait and see what happens.
But here's what's interesting. Just earlier, yesterday, the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, C. Joseph Vijay, also addressed the voters of Trichy, where he once again maintained that the political battle in Tamil Nadu is just between the TVK and the DMK. But he followed it up with another interesting comment. And this assumes significance at a time when there is growing buzz over Annamalai's new political venture. Chief Minister Vijay says that there is no space for anyone else in the politics of Tamil Nadu.
இப்ப என்ன உனக்கு எதிரிகளே இல்லையா அப்படிலாம் கேட்டா அப்படிலாம் நான் சொல்ல மாட்டேன். அப்படிலாம் நான் நினைக்கவும் மாட்டேன். அப்படி நினைக்கவும் கூடாது. இப்பவும் சொல்றேன், அரசியல் ரீதியா சொல்றேன், ரெண்டு பேருக்கு நடுவுல தான் போட்டியே. ஒண்ணு இன்னொன்னு எஸ் ஒன்னு டிவிகே இன்னொன்னு டிஎம்கே. இதுக்கு நடுவுல வேற யாருக்கும் எந்த வேலையும் கிடையாது.